So imagine this. You're sitting in your apartment completely broke, staring around the room, thinking, yeah, I got nothing. And then suddenly, you come up with an idea so ridiculous that if you told your friends, they would probably laugh you out of the room. Because you're not starting a business, you're not getting a loan, you're not chasing some big opportunity. No, you're going to trade a paperclip, and somehow you believe this paperclip is going to turn into a house. Yeah, sounds insane. So this all starts with a guy named Kyle MacDonald. Back in 2005, Kyle is 26 years old, living in Montreal, Canada, with his girlfriend, and financially, he's not doing great, no savings, just a tiny apartment, a big imagination, and one very real problem. He needs a place to live. Now, most people in that situation would get another job. Kyle remembers this random childhood game called Bigger and Better. You start with something small, knock on someone's door, and trade it for something slightly better. And one night, he's looking around his desk when he spots a red paperclip and goes, what if I just kept trading this paperclip and didn't stop until I got something I actually wanted? Kyle actually does it. He goes online, posts it on Craigslist, and the listing is as simple as it gets. I have a red paperclip. I want to trade it for something bigger and better. At first, people send nonsense, other paperclips, random junk. Some people think it's a joke. But then, one message comes in. 2 girls in Vancouver offer him a fish-shaped pen. Now look, that's not exactly life-changing, but Kyle doesn't hesitate. He travels, makes the trade, takes the pen, and immediately posts it again. And just like that, the chain begins paperclip to fish pen to a handmade doorknob to a camping stove to a generator to a full-on party kit, beer keg, neon sign, the whole setup. And then somehow that party kit turns into a snowmobile. Now hold on for a second. This started with a paperclip, and now this guy is standing next to a snowmobile. Like, how does that even happen? But he keeps going, snowmobile for a trip for a cube van for a recording contract. And now things start getting serious because the internet notices. People start talking. Blogs pick it up. News stations start calling him. Suddenly, this isn't just some random guy trading stuff anymore. This is a story. And that attention starts attracting bigger and better offers. Recording contract. For a year of free rent, for time with rock legend Alice Cooper. For a Kiss snow globe. The guy trading it was an actor named Corbin Burnson, and apparently he collects snow globes. He found the right person with the right obsession. That's not luck, that's strategy. And then that snow globe turns into a movie role. And finally, the last trade, there's this small town called Kipling in Saskatchewan. They've been following the entire journey, watching every trade, and they want in. They want the publicity, the attention. They want to be part of this insane story. So they make him an offer. A real house, 2 stories, actual land in exchange for the movie role. And Kyle just looks at it, probably smiles a little, and goes, yeah. And just like that, 14 trades, $0 spent, paperclip to house. That's insane. But here's the part people miss. Kyle didn't win because he got lucky. He won because he understood something most people never do. Value is not fixed. What feels worthless to you might be priceless to someone else. And all he did was move things from people who didn't care to people who did, over and over and over again. And every single time he moved up. And when you really think about it, that's not just trading. That's life. Because right now, you probably have things, skills, ideas, time, connections that you ignore because they feel small. But to somebody else, they might be everything. And it kind of makes you wonder, what are you sitting on right now that you already decided was worthless? That somebody else would trade almost anything to have.